Pile of wood chips is getting smaller and smaller. Having said that, there was a good old boy here with a broad fork. He let me borrow his broad fork, and between he and I, we got my 8 bags. Yeah, loaded in less than 10 minutes. All right, having said that, I'm blocking traffic, so I need to go on and move. Y'all have an awesome day, and I'll see you back at the house. So the supervisor is already in the Jeep. Talk about unloaded. She doesn't seem to understand that this is like any other chip day. I'm home, and it's lunchtime. Having said that, I do want to get the piece of PVC pipe out of here so I can close the window and not have wasps get in the Jeep while I'm eating lunch. You know, all the fun stuff. So that'll sit right there for now. I think I have all the parts I need for PVCing, but that'll happen after wood chips. Wood chips happen first, because they're here. So anyway, the guy who helped me, he had a pitchfork like I've never seen. Most pitchforks I've seen have like 3 or maybe 4 tines, and they're spread really wide apart. They're useless for like wood chips. The one he had double that. So it was excellent. Again, we filled my bags in less than 15 minutes, you know, which was just awesomeness. So the guy did a great job, you know, and we sat there and we talked about it, and he said he found his at some antique store, replaced that, you know, got it for a couple of bucks, replaced the handle, and was just, I need to find one. That's how that one goes. And I say that because this week the place that I get the chip from, they're not using the little bulldozer thingy to load anybody's truck. It's all manual load this week, because there's been a couple of storms that have floated through, and so the city has paid them to do, I'm gonna say, tree branch pickup, where they literally go to the streets, and there's 3 or 4 cities that are doing it, and they're picking up all the branches and they'll be mulching those. So where I thought they might run out of mulch, they're not gonna run out of mulch, and it's just awesome times. Having said that, it is lunchtime. I'm gonna go get some lunch, and Miss Panda and I, we'll talk to you later. Alright, lunch is done, time to get to work. So, the plan is, I have my 8 bags, and because I've been planting, I'm not going to just cover all the grass this time. Does that make sense? I'll make sure that I get paper around my melons and squashes and wood chips on them to help keep them cool. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my peppers and the tomatoes that came in. While they're happy, well, you can get a little closer. While they're happy, you can tell there's a little bit of, especially on those, there's a little bit of heat shock going on. You know, they took the transplant. You can tell from the top of the leaves, they took the transplant, but the bottom leaves are all kind of dinky, and it's just because they're warm. They're too hot. You know, it happens. Because the top leaves are still awesome, the peppers will come back. Won't be an issue. Same thing with the tomatoes. You can tell where the tops are all like, yes, we're outside, we love it. But getting the wood chips in place will make them happier, truly. So, I'm gonna get the wood chips around those, and then I'm gonna not do the grass and do the wood chips around all the plants here. Just so everybody's got that root protection. Roots stay cool, stay moist. That's the plan. And that way, should they run out of wood chips, just cardboard the rest of that for now. So I'm not having to mow in here at all this year. That's the plan. So, talk to you when I'm done. Well, that was the most interesting thing I think I've ever done. Kind of, or seen, or witnessed. I was up at the Jeep. The Jeep's kind of hidden behind the tank there. Had the back of it open, was literally in the process of putting 2 bags in the cart, And I couldn't hear the wind anymore. All I could hear were the bees. Looked up, and you couldn't even see the sky. It was a swarm of bees. And I was just like, oh, need to close the Jeep. The last thing they need to do is decide the Jeep is a great place to start a new nest. I'd be stuck. So I really quickly closed the hatch, closed the door. I still have 2 bags in the Jeep. And they swarmed for a second, and then they went off kind of backside of the cedar. I don't know if they went up the hill or to the left up the hill. I don't know, but that's where they took off. That was interesting. I've never been witness to an actual swarm that was in the air swarming. You know, they're 30 feet above me. I mean, they were taller than the cedar, and I'm down here at the Jeep. They probably had no interest in the Jeep, but it doesn't matter. That was amazingly interesting to just watch nature in full-blown action. And, you know, don't go in the Jeep. And then, of course, after I get the Jeep all closed, I'm like, oh, I should walk away. I don't need them to think I'm the threat. So, anyway, they're gone. All you can hear is the breeze now. But that was interesting. If you've done it, awesome. If you've never done it, that was something to experience. Anyway, let me go get them last 2 bags. Talk to you in a few. Alrighty, 8 bags of wood chips done. Supervisor says we're done. She's like, come on, Mom, go to house and make some videos. Do it. So, what did I do? I wood chipped everything. Well, not everything, but almost everything. Use the peppers here as an example. Wood chipped, and then I went and watered, because if the wood chips are dry and you put them on the ground, because I watered well yesterday, they'll absorb the moisture from the ground. So I wood chipped, and then I watered, so they don't do that. Does that make sense? But everything, as far as the 3 primary rows, and half of that row, and the whole row that's back there in the back that we don't discuss yet, they all got chipped, which is awesome. This row did not. It's still a work in progress. You can see all the vinies. There are the watermelons, and then back in the back there's some squashes. Also all got chipped. Yes, I did not do all the grass. The goal was to get everything that I had planted chipped. Always has been, you know, that the grass there will probably be the last thing I do. Well, not exactly, but maybe. So, a couple of days from now, I get to go do chips again. I'll get another 8 bags. That's where I have to start deciding. Do I want to go ahead and remove the grass? That way I'm not weeding or edging in here, which would be a good thing. I've got to work on the swell to include get my dirt here that washed down back onto the swell hump. And I need to get it chipped as well. But I also got daylilies that I still need to transplant. From there, I have the whole hoop tunnel where I want to put the grates in the soil so the critters can't get into it. And then I'm going to want to wood chip it too. So the next 8 bags will probably still be in this garden, just not where stuff is planted yet, which is awesome. You know? So, having said that, go have an awesome day. Miss Panda and I will talk to you later.